Welcome to the iRonik show clips. To get deep insights in quick time, subscribe to the channel now. Out of all the aircrafts that are there in the Indian Air Force, the fighter, no, for the fighter planes that I'm talking about,
Yeah.
your be it your Mirage, Sukhoi, Jaguar, the MiG-21s, now Rafale being there. Which one is the fastest of them all?
Fastest, if exactly you need the number, I may not be able to give you the exact number, but I would say that Rafale would be the fastest right now because it is lighter than Sukhoi. Sukhoi is little heavier, quite heavier than Rafale,
Mhm.
and I think both must be almost close to each other. But Rafale would be faster than Sukhoi if I have to pick one. Exact number, only the original OEM documents and the actual technical
I'm just,
specifications can get. Yeah.
I'm just asking from a larger perspective, which is the fastest. So you mentioned that Rafale, and being so Rafale is one of the latest entrant into the Indian Air Force, right?
Yeah.
So does it also give that benefit of so if it's the fastest, does it mean all the latest technology that we have in the Indian Air Force today? That is also mean that it will have the highest range of flying in terms of it can go to the highest of the Gs or can cover the maximum in terms of kilometers.
Yeah, it does. Rafale actually is closer to 4.5 generation aircraft. It's not fifth generation. And Sukhoi, I would also say it is 4.5 generation. They're almost equal and at par with each other in terms of multi roles. Multi
Hmm.
role, I mean, when an aircraft fighter jet it gets airborne, it can perform multi roles in one sortie itself. It can do air to ground firing, then it can engage with an enemy in air to air combat, and then it can do refueling and do some other task in land. So this is multi role in once he has flown, just once. So if we talk about both these aircraft, Rafale and Sukhoi, they're almost at par with each other. But the weapon carrying capacity of Sukhoi, the number of hard points that Sukhoi has, they are more than Rafale. But now all it depends the operational effectiveness of the fighter jet depends on the avionics. How soon can an aircraft pick up a bogey
Hmm.
or an adversary aircraft? How strong is the radar? So that, as of now, I think Rafale has a better radar, and the weapon carrying capacity. Sukhoi has more than the Rafale, but the sophisticated weapons, which aircraft is carrying which weapons, which missiles, heat-seeking or IR radiation missiles, that somebody who has flown both the aircraft will be able to compare much better. But Rafale was actually bought for this reason only to strengthen the op capability and the backbone of Indian Air Force. And that's why it is placed on two different, very far apart bases. One is in east, one is in north, for both the adversaries on both the sides of India. Because we know that Rafale can actually achieve a lot once it is airborne. So that's why these two squadrons are not placed close by, or like one is in Ambala, one is in Rajasthan. No. Both are placed on different sides of India for both different adversaries of India. Because and only because of their operational effectiveness that they bring with themselves. Quite a capable aircraft. Very, very capable.
So today, if squadron leader Shivum Uppal is given a choice,
Yeah.
so today if you're asked to pick up one of the beasts and let me make you spoil for choices. Let us out of all the Mirage, Jaguar, Sukhoi, Rafale, all that we have today, let's add your father's favorite, the Hunter to it. Which one would you pick?
I'll pick MiG 21 anytime. But if
MiG 21.
MiG 21 is phasing out now, so uh,
Hmm.
we are in the process of phasing out squadron one by one every year. In fact, I was part of phasing out of one squadron and then another squadron, two squadrons. So once the MiG 21 is phased out, then if you ask me this question, Rafale probably because it is a very beautiful aircraft. It has. I would like to learn that it can happen now, but definitely it has so much of equipments. It has so much of
Hmm.
systems inside it. It has so much of capabilities that any pilot would be willing to learn something new about that aircraft. But what this aircraft from France is bringing to India, what is there that people all across the globe are talking about Rafale, and why did India select Rafale only? That is the most curious
Hmm.
thing I would like to know. There was Typhoon, there was Gripen, there was F-18, there was MiG-35, there was Rafale, all in that mother of fighter deal. You remember the deal was called as mother of
Right.
fighter deal, something like that. $126 billion deal. Out of those 5, 6 aircraft, which were the best of each country, the Rafale was selected. So this is the most curious question, and it should bring curiosity among all the fighter aspirants that what is so good about this aircraft. I want to see. So if after MiG-21 phases out, somebody asks me, then definitely I would love to see that what is actually about Rafale. Why is it so good?
I won't go now much deep into it because earlier we had thought we'll go speak about the aircrafts that are available and their characteristics. So let us, because we have kept it really basic today, and let's keep it that way. But regarding fighter pilots, fighter jets, I have just one question with you. So now India, with Tejas, India is also getting into manufacturing of fighter planes. I mean, which is promoting Make in India, even taking Make in India even further now,
Yeah.
with Tejas being manufactured in India. So what's your personal take on that?
I had the privilege of sitting in the Tejas simulator after retirement. I went to one of the bases in the southern
Hmm.
sector, which has Tejas. I sat in the simulator, and one pilot was explaining me about the systems and everything, what it has. I was blown away. I mean, I was blown away that HAL, along with ADA, they have produced such a beautiful fighter jet in the world. It is actually very good. Its op capabilities, its thrust to weight ratio, its weapon carrying capacity, its radar, its avionics, the amount of missiles that it can map with, its mission computer, its flexibility, maneuverability, its delta wing platform, everything is so deeply thought of that this aircraft is actually the light combat aircraft. All the aircraft which we see, Rafale and all that, they're not light combat. They're maybe medium or heavy combat aircraft, but not light. So the light combat aircraft gives you another added advantage and merit is that it is faster and it is much easier to maneuver. In case of a combat, you are lighter than the aircraft which is behind you. You can easily maneuver and come back,
Right.
come behind him. So these kind of capabilities are there in light combat aircraft. So when I sat in the simulator and saw the systems and just did a small flying in simulator, I felt that this aircraft has a lot of state-of-the-art technology, avionics, and is actually at par with any fighter right now in the world in fourth generation. I won't talk about stealth aircraft fifth generation. I won't compare it with that. But if we talk about F-16s and all these aircraft, which are also very well spoken of, very highly successful aircraft, fighter jets in the world, this is at par, definitely at par. And the pilots who are flying this aircraft, and some more squadrons are coming up slowly and slowly. In fact, I don't remember the country. Some country wanted Tejas. They expressed their interest, and
Hmm.
we may export it in near future. This only says that it's a beautiful machine, and being an Indian and this coming out of the India, the ecosystem of aviation and aerospace industry in India, this will take a lot of big jump. And definitely, if it has come very late, the project started long back. I don't remember which year, some 15 years back. It has come late, yes, but it has come very heavily and very strongly. This is a beautiful aircraft. It has added to the advantage and spine of the fighter jets to Indian Air Force with a big advantage is there, big advantage. Very nice machine.
If you like this clip, check out our other clips and never stop learning.